Shalom and welcome everybody. It's awesome to see you. I pray that you're having a blessed weekend so far and a blessed Sukkot for those who are celebrating a Sukkot.
Yes.
So as always, I'm Justin James Garcia and this is
Zen Garcia.
So today we're going to be bringing you our weekly summary to cover the radio shows that we did this last week, as well as some updates from the orphanage and all the projects that we were working on, and as well as some upcoming shows that we have going on. And it was a really exciting week.
It's been a great
Had
week.
a great AMA on Wednesday.
Yes.
And speaking of AMA, Joy is monitoring the chat. If you guys got some questions, we'll try to get to a couple of them before we end the show. We're going to try to make it pretty quick, so if you got your questions, first come, first serve, drop them in the chat. And we definitely appreciate everyone for your support and for hanging out and for being part of this community, this fellowship. We're really, really blessed by your friendship. And
Next week, the patron AMA, so you can hit us up there as well.
Yep. For patrons, Leviticus level and above, that's a $25 or more pledge over at patreon.com/sacredwordpublishing. There is a patron-only AMA. There's normally only one or two people that actually show up. So if you come, we'll give you an hour and a half to just chat with Zen in the Discord server.
And Justin.
And yeah, I'll be there. If you do have any questions, of course, but mostly he's gotten the answers. So, all right, so we'll get into it. Wednesday night, we did have our Ask Me Anything. It was a great show. Joy, of course, was hosting and doing a great job as always. And we give a lot of appreciation to my mother-in-law, Joy's mom, and her husband for taking care of Eliana during that show. Definitely a great blessing to have more family here to help us take care of Eliana. And oh man, Eliana is just growing so fast, and being around Korean speakers, I love seeing how she's picking up on cues from Korean and English now. I really pray that she's trilingual, with English, Korean, and Hebrew eventually. That would be great. She can teach me. I would love that. But man, I just love seeing her grow, and I know that you guys definitely are enjoying that as well. If you follow Joy on Facebook, you see all the photos that she puts out all the time. It's like, she is so beautiful and such a blessing to us. So she definitely brings a lot of joy. And so we'll move on. Wednesday, we had that AMA. Anything that stuck out to you?
A lot of questions about the Order of the Ancients, the Melchizedek priesthood. I'm not sure if that was the book that we determined to give away, but there is a lot of interest in that particular topic, which we did compile a manuscript with the writings of Abraham, the book on the Order of the Ancients. You can find it at sacredwordpublishing.com. Also, there was a question about the Kitab al-Magali, which for some reason people are having difficulty finding. You can also search for it as the Book of Rolls. It is part of the Ante-Nicene Church Fathers dialogue, and so you can find the full manuscript there. But yes, the AMAs are always a wonderful time. We do field 14 of the emailed questions before going to the live questions, and I get through them pretty quick, and I try to always have time to answer some of the live ones, and so it's if you've not joined us, we answer any question that you have from any topic, and I do the best that I can to share what I've come to know in all the years of study that I've put forth, and bringing in, examining the extra biblical text. So
yeah, we definitely appreciate that for bringing forth your studies. But just a reminder, we're trying to limit the amount of emails we get because we get flooded every single day with so many AMA questions. So we actually started carrying over the live questions from the previous AMAs, and those become the pre-made list. And if we don't get at least 14, we will dig into the emails for some questions from random individuals from there. But if you want to get your question answered, the best way to do that is to join us for the live stream. So yeah, definitely join us for the live stream. If you don't have the opportunity to do that, of course, email us. We try to get through as many as we can, but yeah, we definitely get flooded. There's so many truth seekers out there, so many people with great questions, and it's really difficult to be able to respond to everyone, but yeah, we thank you for your patience in that. And sometimes it's like 3 or 4 months later, and you'll just get a random email that says, "That's a great question. We're going to ask that to Zen tonight during the live AMA," and you might even forgot that you asked that question 5 months ago. But sometimes that's what
We'll
will
get
happen.
to it
So, yeah.
eventually.
Yeah, we do our best. So, moving on to Thursday, we had Brother Bretley Thomas joining for the continuation of the Mystery Babylon series. You know, a really interesting series and a great brother that's definitely making progressions and great strides in how he handles the radio show. He's doing a great job.
Yes, he
So,
is. He's
yeah,
definitely.
anything you wanted to bring forth from that one?
Well, just that the Mystery Babylon series, the 3 books that he's released, The Way of Cain, The Mark of Cain, I forget the exact titles, but they do begin with the concept of the enmity between the seed lines. And so we cover in great detail from both our points of view the topic of this enmity and the war between the bloodlines and how it's been playing out over the generations of humanity. Because, for a lot of people, they believe that the flood did wipe out the seed of Cain, but that's not the truth. Christ did say, let both grow together until the time of the end, and that there will be this perpetual war. Even the giants were spared. Og was spared, Sihon was spared. They made it through the flood in some manner, and so we do have this ongoing war with the seed of Cain that are the murderers of the prophets, as is revealed in Matthew and Luke, from Abel to Zacharias, which we know Cain killed Abel. It's undeniable that the Pharisees are connected to the children of Cain. So,
And definitely interesting to trace back history. You know, the first city established
Yes.
by Cain after he killed Abel, and he went away to establish that city of Enoch. And, tracing civilization back and seeing the roots and the history of civilization, how it has continually and perpetually been evil throughout the ages. We all get divided, left wing, right wing. We know that it's the same bird, the same enemy, the same rulers of wickedness in high places. Those evil forces that are at play. Those are the ones really in control of civilization. So you see civilization continually has went land to land, destroyed tribe after tribe, submitted them, made them slaves, erased their history, changed them, and assimilated them into what civilization wants them to be. Put us into education systems to brainwash us to think the way that they want us to think, to become patriotic to their ways, to even lay down our lives for their cause. And I believe the soldiers, of course, I was in the military. The soldiers who were deceived to believe that they were laying their lives down for a good cause, I believe they were laying down their lives for their friends, for their brothers at arms that they were at war with. And many of them as well are questioning, what in the world are we really at war for?
Right.
You can see there is an enemy's agenda at play, manipulating every world event, and you definitely see it in this age. And that's something we're going to cover more thoroughly Wednesday, this coming
Yes.
Wednesday, with my dad and my Current Events and Bible Prophecy. That's our monthly show. So yeah, definitely join us along for that one on Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. So that was a great show. Definitely had some good shows through the week. Tonight we do have another awesome show, 2 awesome shows actually. We're going to continue our study through the Keber Nagast with the Digital Readers Club, an awesome fellowship, an awesome family we have established there. Definitely check that out. That starts at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, so in about 2.5 hours. And then after that, at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, we're going to continue our Biblical Hebrew class with the George family. Definitely a lovely couple and their son, Itzhak, who helps, and their family over there that helps them out. It's a wonderful class. The whole production is really fun. Brother Noble has a great story time, spends the first hour or so doing some lessons in the Hebrew, which are always very thorough. And if you follow from class 1 to now, you'll have proficiency in Biblical Hebrew. It's really amazing. He lays it down really simply, does tons of review, and you can follow along there. The Biblical Hebrew class is such a fun time. He also, in the second hour, either he'll have a guest come and speak, or he himself will have Noble's Story Hour, and it's always a lot of fun. He brings a lot of unique insight into the scriptures, looking at the Biblical Hebrew and picking apart little pieces that we as English readers might not be able to understand or to even see. But he brings it forth in really great perspective. Awesome brother, loving brother, and of course Lisa, we appreciate you, and Itzhak, thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you guys for joining us in this ministry, and thank all of you, the viewers, you joining in and participating in the studies. It just makes it a wonderful family. So we really appreciate all of you so much. Joy, do we have any questions? No questions so far? All right, guys. So we really appreciate you guys, and we'll see you tonight. Update on the orphanage. Brother Naugong is actually at a Bible camp right now, so I haven't been able to speak with him for the past week. I'll try to get you an update next week. We're able to send some money over to the Uganda orphanage. So yeah, remember guys, 10% of all the proceeds at Sacred Word Publishing goes to the Endeavor Freedom orphanages, the orphanages we support. So, buying books, you're also making a little tithe there to the orphans around the world. So you can always check that out, find more information at endeavorfreedom.net. And you can go to facebook.com/endeavorfreedominc, and you can follow along. There's always floods of pictures over there with updates from the orphanages from India and Myanmar, Uganda and Kenya, and the other things that we support over there. Also, sometimes members of the community are struggling. Always feel free to bring forth those stories. Just this week, we were able to send, I think, like $350 to a sister that was in need, who was having a really hard time. So, we always have a little community fund that we also try to keep up with to be able to provide for, you guys and our family who are in need and going through troublesome times. So, yeah, we really appreciate you guys. Any last words you want to say?
Be kind to each other, love one another, and stay strong in your faith.
Amen.
Be blessed.
Amen. Yeah, the Messiah said, "By this shall all men know that you are my disciples, that you love one another." And that's the important thing. So God bless you. We pray that you'll have a great week, and always stay focused on the end point. When we come to meet the Messiah, we're going to come and meet him. We're going to face him. Whether it's for good or for bad, we're going to face him one day. So just know of his salvation that he purchased for you, his love that he has proved for you. He said, "Greater love has no man than this, that he lay down his life for his friends." And he did that for us. While we were still sinners, he died for us. And if we confess with our mouth the Lord, Yahusha, or Jesus, however you say his name, if you confess with your mouth the Lord and believe in your heart that he rose from the dead, you will be saved. That's the faith that we hold on to. That is the rock that we hold on to. And that's also the wedding invitation that we have a responsibility to share with our neighbors and our loved ones. So, yeah, we appreciate you, even with our enemies. Don't forget that. Love your enemies. So we will see you guys next time. Thanks for coming and hanging out. We'll see you tonight for the Digital Readers Club and Biblical Hebrew class.
Be blessed, all.
Shalom.
Shalom.